Oof. And hello. Hello, 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 and welcome to Sandcastle Phantasm. This is your bus. This is where you're starting. Those are your seats. I'd like you guys to tell me where you're sitting in the bus.
Why are some of them circled?
Those are the seats that you guys have collectively. Where are you guys sitting? Which of those seats? Who's in what seat?
Back aisle, like one of the seats where I can get out into the center. Yeah, I can't articulate back. One of the back seats. I don't care which one.
She's so excited.
I'm hyped! I've been waiting for this game.
I can sit here. I can sit with somebody.
I'm just
Yay!
gonna. So there's the 3 seats at the front available. Where do you guys want to sit?
I call this one.
Here, let me do
Okay.
this.
I will sit next to him
me do that.
so that I can be aisle up.
I hope it's gonna be like put Ian there, put aisle up.
Yes!
Oh my god.
You could think of it like, you know, before they left, like they were planning on sitting next to each other, but they like switched up the tickets. So he has to sit next to Ian the entire time.
And Ian's like, finally, I can tell you that my
sit next to Jean. That's totally fine.
Well, I'm already over here.
Wait.
Oh, okay, I can move up there.
So you guys are doing.
Like, this is the first part.
It's fine. We're good. That's fine.
So confused. Like,
You guys doing? Is that correct so far?
Sure.
I'll sit in the aisle seat. It's fine.
Okay, so then you're here. That's fine with you.
Oh,
Which
no.
I guess that puts David back with Diane.
David's sleeping.
just wistfully looking out of the window like it had to be David, didn't it?
So you guys slowly come to, all of you having dozed off on this bus ride.
Solid butt ride.
That solid butt ride.
I tend to doze off during butt rides.
During this bus
no.
ride. You've been traveling for quite some time, as a lot of you come to the events of what you as players would know to have been the Solar Shadow campaign drift from your mind, seemingly just a series of far-off dreamlike images. They definitely register as your personal history, but they seem distant. They seem unreal currently. You've been collectively asked to take part in a volleyball tournament, which none of you know currently. Some of you know how to play kind of well. Most of you plan to use your magic. In this particular shade of reality, Magecraft is a bit different. The world is slightly more normal. The normal applications that you would normally have. How many more times can I fit normal in this sentence?
You got this.
Are not available
A
to you.
normal amount.
A normal amount. Looking up at the front, there is an overly buff man wearing a muscle shirt in shorts. Very impressive pecs, a very large baseball cap, thick sunglasses, a coach's whistle hanging on his chest. He raises the megaphone as you guys are passing me, and he just announces to everyone, "All right, everyone, wake up! You've all been asleep for quite some time. Time to get up. Coach Captain Ricky Darby."
Yes, Coach.
Thank you.
I'm so sleepy.
You will refer to me as Coach Captain Ricky Darbatino. Thank you very much, John. You've all been asleep.
Captain
You may not
Ricky
be able to
what
practice
now?
on the bus, but you could be running drills in your mind. Coach Captain Ricky Darbatino, thank you.
Scares me.
Gotta use all his
Good. Use that
names.
fear, McCracken. As
Which
you all know,
one?
Good. Yes, sir.
both of you.
Okay.
As you all know, we are currently heading towards the Moonstone Resort in Daytona, which is a real place in the 1920s.
Oh, I'm sorry.
On this state-of-the-art tour bus, which we have been given the prototype of.
It's really nice.
Put this in the future.
I'm just really big.
That would make
Are you
too
still half
much
asleep,
sense.
David? Yeah.
At this point, I would like to draw attention, as we have all been very comfortable on the ride, to the air conditioning we have been provided with. Thank you to our sponsors, Right Aeronautical, Take the Skies. Thank you. But we are going to arrive at our resort soon. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Beach City, a central district of Daytona, very well known. However, we do not have enough gas, as this bus is not very efficient.
Oh.
So we are going to have to stop at a new facility that has recently been established, a gas station, which means we are going to have to get off.
Now.
We are going to have to get off the bus. If you look under your seats, you will find a bag that contains 2 food items to only be consumed when you are starving and in need of food. 1 sports drink. Keep yourself energized and those electrolytes pumping. And 3 other items included by our sponsors. Thank you again, Right Aeronautical. If you will remove the net. Each of you finds under your seat a very small duffel bag that contains the following randomly assorted items that I would be providing to each of you. Ian, unfortunately, when you pick up your duffel bag, you find that it is a little tiny bit light.
Oh no!
Oh, butts.
Someone took your lunch.
Oh man!
Not again. It's Clock Tower all over again.
Okay, by now you have all opened up the satchels that are contained underneath your seats. Those
Excuse
supplies.
me, sir. I'm missing a lot of things. I only have one of each thing, and everyone has a lot of other things. I want more
McCracken,
things.
if some things are missing from your satchel, you should have been more diligent.
Oh shit.
You need to keep your mind
okay?
I'm not a
active.
fan of you.
You need to
Ian,
Why
are you
you're
okay?
listen.
Okay, yours
I'm
looks a
not a
little
fan.
light.
I don't need you to like me, McCracken. I need you to win. May this be a lesson as you starve to death on the sides of Beach City, on the streets. You will know that you need to sharpen your mind. You are free when we are stopped to hunt some animals to consume on your own if you so choose.
Fuck!
I am not doing that.
I will applaud your ingenuity.
Can we not just buy food?
Where's our money, Logan?
You
I
have
have a lot of money.
You all made the horrible mistake, despite what your sheets say, of coming here with no currency. That was your bad. That is on you.
But that's the extent of my character! Logan, that's the extent of my character, though!
Well, I'm so sorry that this tournament has taken you out of your comfort zones. How pitiful it must be for you to have to eat what you've been provided.
Captain Coach Ricky, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna eat you.
I'm sorry, you will use my full title when speaking my name.
Coach Ricky,
God.
did you rob me?
Coach Captain Ricky Darbatino. I did not rob you. As you can probably tell by the whirring of the incredibly old-fashioned engine, we are currently approaching the gas station, which, due to the time that we're currently in, is built into the side of a bike shop, because there are no proper gas stations in 1920. So, I'm going to need all of you to get out of the bus while we refuel, because it's kind of an ordeal. As you enter, there is a man sitting at the front. It looks like an oddly modern convenience store, despite the exterior. It looks a lot like a 7-Eleven inside.
hell yeah!
As you enter,
There's a 7-Eleven right there.
as you enter into it, there's a somewhat effeminate man that has a tape measure wrapped, like, draped around his shoulders, and he seems very, very well dressed for someone that is manning a convenience store. He looks at all of you. Oh, hello there. I'm sorry.
Hi.
Have we met? You look awfully familiar. Have we met before?
I don't believe so.
What's your name? Maybe I'll remember your name.
My name? Well, I don't remember you very well, but my name is Armor Shopkeeper from Session 8 of the Adelian campaign.
You know what?
Of
You
course,
do
I'm a
really
shopkeeper.
From Session 8 of the Adelian voice.
It's actually, I don't
Hey,
expect you to
what's
get the
going on,
accent right, but it's actually Amor Shopkeeper. But
What's
I
going
understand
on,
you're
Ar?
visiting. What's going on? Not much. Just had a bit of a career change lately. I've moved away from creating high fashion to running my general store. Which, again, if you're in the accent, General Store. It's... Anyways,
I am French.
might I help the lot of you? Are you tourists? You certainly look the part.
We're just getting some maintenance done on the bus.
Oh,
Just stretching our legs. Yeah.
Is there AC here?
Oh, you're traveling on a bus? The space age truly is upon us.
Yeah, we were just getting out of the sun.
I see. Well then, make yourselves comfortable. I won't bother you.
We're gonna be here for a little bit, sir. Do you need anything? I
Mm,
mean, just wanting to see if there's something we can maybe do before heading off.
I don't think so. Your business is enough, I believe.
Just looks at everybody. Are we good here?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the
Yeah, yes. For now,
If
I'm
we-
further
set
than
up
heat
some
stroke
sort
than
of
I was
sponsorship.
before.
If we get some sort of allowance or something, we'll be back,
I see. Well, Godspeed, and go Tigers!
Be sure not to let those other guys come in here. You know.
Oh, I'll deny them service if they come back. They dare to stand up to. He like points towards you. My favorite team. Waves his hand towards you. Who are named?
Can our team please be the Tigers?
If you want to be the Tigers, you can be the Tigers.
No. We have to think of something cool.
Go Tigers, though.
We could have dogs be our mascot, and we could be the Helgrith Labs.
Oh my fucking Get out of here.
Okay.
Deco, I love you.
We're the Moon Krakens.
The Moon Krakens!
Instead of the Mech Krakens, we're the Moon Krakens.
Yeah!
Moon Kraken.
Yeah!
Oh, that's dumb and I love it.
Yes!
It's all,
So he's like, you're
the
my
Moon
favorite.
Krakens.
As you say, as you're like, Moon Krakens, he's like, Krakens. Moon Krakens, of course. The Moon Krakens.
Yeah.
Well, I hope
Watch
that...
out.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, you do go ahead. I interrupted you.
Returning
Sorry,
to the
sir.
front of the
Oh, he
store.
interrupts everyone.
All right, we'll keep you from. We'll let you go. Let's.
Feel free to
Thank you
come
for your
back
support.
whenever you
All
wish.
right.
As you guys
He
return,
likes talking. He doesn't like confrontation.
as you guys return back, you see the bus is like half sticking out of the station. Only the front end of it appears to have been moved into this like little gas-up garage that's been set up, as the whole thing couldn't fit into it. At this point, you notice the logo that was, of course, always on the bus of a very large kraken with Moon Krakens written on the side of the bus,
Yeah, of course.
as has always been the team name. Ah, Moon Krakens, you're back. We still have a little bit of time ahead of us. You can come back here. We decided to investigate the area, and we found that, as is tradition, as is by design, this gas station has a volleyball court in the back of it.
Oh, convenient.
No luck at all.
you're saying we
That's
can
standard
practice.
issue.
Yes, it's time for us to practice our old loved skill.
The fathers of invention, who believe that the automotive industry is going to become a very prevalent part of our culture, also believe that volleyball is going to be attached to the automotive industry. Ergo, all parking garages require a volleyball court.
Are we ever gonna deal with the fact that we don't have the 6 regulated members that we need?
It's all right.
member.
Volleyball can be played with fewer members. By the time we get there, you will be assigned an additional member. But for now, you are fine with 5. We'll just adjust the other team to also be 5.
Okay.
All right. Oh.
Volleyball can, in fact, be played with as few as 2 players. All right, so you can arrange yourselves in any way that you want. We're going to have 2 teams of 5 for this particular game. I don't really care who's on what team, so feel free to mix and match. In fact, let's choose 2 team captains. Winters!
Oh. Sure.
Dern!
Yeah.
All right, you two will be the team captains. One at a time, go back and forth choosing people. Team Winters versus Team Dern!
Oh, jeez.
Pick your players, guys. Pick them.
Looks over at Diane.
All right.
Well.
All right, both of you, just to be fair about who's going to pick first, we'll settle this the ancient volleyball way, and both of you roll initiative real quick.
The ancient volleyball way.
Ancient
of
volleyball
course.
tradition of highest initiative goes first. Good. All right.
Damn.
All right, Diane, your initiative roll was higher. Ergo, you will be choosing who's on your team first. You may.
Cool. I'm gonna go with what I know. Jean, you're on my team.
Heads over.
So
Who's
I'm gonna.
fucking surprised? No one.
So
Like we need,
I
like
just
you
know we
guys
have
got
to
a good blocker. We need me to be a blocker on the other team.
volleyball.
I mean,
court.
to be honest, the reason why is because I know he has a really good athletics score.
Hey, we both.
So- yeah, we both have the best of the group so far.
All right, David, who are you gonna pick?
All right. All right. Ian, you're over here.
30 seconds before you did that, I was like, he's gonna pick you to piss me off.
He's got 320s!
Hey, Isla, did that piss you off?
Yes.
Let's play.
I'm gonna kick your fucking ass, baby.
So it looks like we're basically beyond the realm of all the people that came together. So Dern, please choose one of our auxiliary krakens.
Cody.
Auxiliary Krakens.
There's a Cody Co in it.
All right, cool. Thanks, David. I always enjoy playing with you.
Yeah, me too.
Our
Should be a fun
long,
game,
long
Cody.
friendship, Cody.
Yeah.
Cody Narklet.
We've been through a lot, Cody.
Give me Leo.
Leo heads over to your side.
Let's get Selena on our team.
We got a girl-heavy team, man.
And then that leaves you with Samuel L. Samuel.
Hey, Sammy, how you doing?
He like puts his hand out, like gives you like knucks, and then you two go into a secret handshake you've developed previously.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, dude. All right.
All right. So, just fair's fair. Winner's got to choose the team. So, Dern, you get the first serve.
And he just produces a volleyball and throws it over to you.
Set up your team. 2 on the front, 3 in the back.
All right, I don't know their stats, so I don't
When you
have an
say
idea
you
of
do
what
not
they're
have faith in your teammates, put them where they need to be.
I'm capable of. I've played with them for years, and I still don't know what they're capable of.
Who has the biggest muscles?
All right, he tosses the ball to Sammy. All right, Sam, you're up first.
Here
Hey.
we go.
Is there like a specific athletic things that?
Just roll a
athletics
strength check.
thing, or-
Just roll a strength check from the sheet.
Oh, jeez. Fantastic form out there, Samuel. You did a very good job.
You're damn right, Sammy.
As you connect with it, a shockwave emits from it as it blows across. So. Oh!
So did I.
Jesus!
So am I able to hit it back?
So, yeah, Samuel unleashes it with a shockwave blasting it forward. John rushes forward, hitting it and blocking it. And
I'm going to knock it up a little bit and 10 feet over toward just above Isla.
All right, so as you move it over there, Isla, do you want to move to hit that?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
So you'd be hitting it.
begun.
You got a 17.
Okay.
You go over, you rush up as it's put up towards the net. You hit it down, straight down.
I told y'all I had a strategy.
Dude, this bitch knows what's up.
I played
The
volleyball
main-
for years.
Oh yeah, as you guys are doing this, the coach is like,
Oh, by the way, I failed to establish this, but we're going to go to 3 points. All right.
Okay.
So you're going to take that on at the end. Sorry about that.
Don't worry, it'll be a quick.
The bus is almost the bus is almost ready, and I realize we don't have time for a full game.
He's like manually pumping gas.
Megaphone in one hand, pumping with the other.
Yeah.
Go Crickets!
So you're gonna move into that space.
Glaring
So,
at you through the net.
He rushes up. He tries to block it. That's his action for that side. As he and you, yeah, you had disadvantage. Ian, you can still try to block it as long as you're within range to try to do so.
Sure, yes. Now let's try.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me acrobatics with disadvantage.
Oh, I'm just imagining everybody just dog piles trying to get this.
All right, the Kraken triple takedown. Good form.
Pile of limbs.
Roll me an acrobatics check with disadvantage, or use overexertion and just roll it normally. Look at you, Isla, taking him down.
Damn right. You should have fucking picked me.
Still not enough! Alright.
I am just imagining that when it hits, fucking all three of them just collide heads.
Ow.
Just fucking just laughing.
Do we get
at
the point?
Yeah, you guys got that point.
Winks at David.
As you guys collide, it hits the ground. Tamara's in the background, like one hip buckled to the side, just looking at her nails.
Like, whatever.
Whatever.
Hell yeah.
Go
Good block.
kill yourself,
Good-
Tamara.
Good block, Dern.
Tamara.
Alright.
I'm gonna use inspiration, just heads up.
Oh yeah, you guys don't have any of that.
Well, I had two.
Oh wait,
At
did
the
I
end
get
of
one
the
from
camp.
919
Yeah, what
earlier?
the fuck?
For now, no inspiration gains from 19s. Just for now.
Ooh.
What is this, Aaron's game?
Right? I know, oppressive, isn't it? So then, Diane, you go ahead and roll me a strength athletics check.
No Nat19s, then what are we?
We're gonna do that after you guys learn how to do this properly. Which you basically have. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Okie doke.
I overhand this bitch like no one's ever seen. I fucking punched this ball.
So Diane,
Where?
Get to where?
I'm heading straight towards where Ian is, like that area.
All right, so he goes to block it, and it goes by him. It just grazes by his head, taking a couple strands of hair off with it as it flies by.
God!
I didn't realize servants were playing.
Our team is stacked, yo!
I have a strategy. I said this from the beginning.
I'm so proud of you.
Kill Ian.
I feel more.
It's all up to you,
than I
Tamara!
ever have.
Come on, Tamara, stop fucking looking at your nails.
Oh.
I don't think Tamara can block
She
this.
literally can't beat it.
I don't believe she's capable of blocking.
I don't think any of the NPCs are capable of it.
No.
Service ace, baby!
It goes by both of you. Tamara, like, moves her head to the side to not get hit. Her eyes, like, half closed in a really judgmental
hate her.
glare.
I fucking detest her.
Kill Tamara.
I will take one of my kebabs and stab her in the fucking eye with it.
Yo, oh joy, you friend.
Wow, good block, boys.
I'll fucking murder you.
He'll do it.
I throw sand in her eyes.
Like a gas station.
Just has
Yeah,
disadvantage
there's just like
everything
gravel
now.
on the ground.
I throw gravel in her eyes then.
I rip out a fucking plank of wood and beat her to death with it.
It's funny watching a team devolve into nothing after
You're all
losing
teammates!
badly.
Show yourselves the proper respect and affection you deserve.
I will not show
come
her
on.
respect if she does not respect
They are a
us.
Krakenet! They may not be a star player, but they are as valuable as you are! Darn, you will respect
yeah.
Tamara!
With it, sir.
She's gonna go straight at David.
Heck you, David.
Yeah.
Get him.
Get you.
Oh, what is with you guys in these serfs? They're
Fucking Christ.
I can't beat that, so I let it go.
No one can beat that.
Diane gives
I
a
just-
cheer to Leo and calls out exactly where to strike, giving pinpoint instructions. You swear you hear the sound of, like, a targeting system aiming behind you as this shot is let off.
And whoop.
And you got him! As it fires at you like a rocket.
I will set it up to Ian, not Ian, probably.
Yeah.
Bad
Ian's like, I have the Starfall serve. That's what I do.
All
Yep.
I
No, it's...
He's our, Ian is our pitch server, and
I just love, like, as in slow motion, as it hits you and it's bouncing against your arms, you just in slow motion look over to Ian, who slow motion like shakes his head at you like.
Yeah, based on my abilities, I think I'm the setter.
Cuts back
Logan,
to
I wanna-
David, slow motion nodding intently. Cuts back to Ian, slow motion, white flag waving. David, you've already taken an action. We came back to your side, so you could move into that space and try to block it if you wanted to.
I will overexert myself again.
To negate the disadvantage caused by overexerting yourself before.
Yeah.
All right. Go for it.
Oh dear.
Yes! Should I take an action at this time?
No. All right.
Ian, go
Ian.
for it.
Come on, Ian!
I believe in you!
Mark
but
advantage,
also, I'm gonna
boy.
kick your ass.
Oh, so it's an
We're all on the
athletics
same
check.
You're gonna fuck it up, loser.
You have advantage. You have advantage.
You have advantage.
I
Roll
believe
a
in you,
strength
Ian.
check with advantage.
I always have.
No!
What a time, damn it!
You failed us!
David is fucking rabid on this court.
All right. Heckin, then you hit it. And David, go ahead and block and go ahead and negate your disadvantage as I give you your 3rd level of exhaustion.
Yep.
David, don't die. It isn't worth it.
It isn't worth it.
And I'm getting this fucking point.
You block it. Where would you like to move it?
Moving it to... Oh, there's no good place to move it.
Yeah, that's
Cody has a. I think
that's the
Cody has a
funny
+2.
thing about this.
So expend a spell charge, please, as you fill this thing with good magic and powerful healing vibes. It's brought over to him. The ball is glowing this like shimmering green color at this point. Sammy, go ahead and roll me that athletics check with advantage.
Okay.
Sammy.
Sammy.
Why is the ball
Don't be a
covered in
camera
water?
about this.
This is the first 2 points were just like bow, bow, and then this point was like a war.
Actually,
best.
fucking infuriating.
I'm having the best time.
Actually, in order to get this hopefully not bad, I'm gonna set it up again. I would like to look back toward Lee, and I would like to set it over here, and see if she can reaction get to it, and hopefully launch it away from David.
Yep. He's just getting, as things go on, just more ripped and more like veiny.
He's sweating like crazy.
So she
Monk
will.
in the mountains looks up. He's like, "The Satsui no Hado."
Alrighty, so so go ahead and roll me an athletics check with advantage, please, Leo.
Do it, boy.
Bam!
Oh my god!
Sam!
I love this game.
I hate Tamra. I want her to die.
All of this is translated to I hate Tamra.
Never just holds up
See,
his-
our group has friendship. Your group has Tamra.
Tamra.
He was just fucking exhausted.
Hey!
That's not bad.
You don't manage to stop it, it just barely goes by you.
Yep.
Tamara.
Tamara's going to step into the way.
Tamara.
Tamara, I'm gonna
hope
roll
she
1d100 to
does
see if she
discipline
overexerts herself. If it's over 50, it's 65. She's gonna overexert herself. She
Redeem
she
yourself.
looks at the
This is her
back of her nails. She's
redemption
like, "All right, I guess it's time I got serious or whatever." And then she rushes forward.
Get
I
that
hope you
20,
did.
boy. I guess it's time I get serious.
falls
That is serious for her.
All right, I guess it's time I get serious or
It hits the ground. You just hear from the side. All right, that's the game.
Really? So quick.
Yeah, high fives, Lee.
High fives all around.
All right,
boys.
good hustle, everybody. Good hustle.
Baby.
You all did a really good job. I'm very proud of all of you. That was very good. You displayed the fundamentals really well. Tamra, I'd like to see some more teamwork out there, but you put in more effort than you normally do. So good job.
Tamra, I'd really like you to fucking die. Please? Thank you.
Dart.
So,
Dart.
like, we're just leaving her.
Dart.
Right? Like, she's not allowed back
Hey,
on the bus.
hey. He like walks towards all of you. I will not tolerate this bashing of Tamra. You all remember what we say about Krakens? What do we say about Krakens?
What
What
Tamra
did
should
we
die.
We're all a part
They
of the same.
They need every single one of their legs. A Kraken that has only 2 or 3 legs, tentacles, is not a Kraken. She is one of the ever important tentacles that makes up this Kraken.
The bus
but-
is slowly drifting away.
Winning side. While you were doing that, I was checking on the bus very briefly, and I found out that one of the tourists did not show up, so there was an extra bag. You can have it. And he tosses another one of the bags over to you. There was some goth
yeah.
kid. There was some goth kid that was supposed to come on the trip with us, and he didn't show up. Here you go. This was his.
What's a goth?
Oh my fucking
Like,
god.
did they have a name or? Like,
Was it Duncan?
Like gothic horror?
It was Duncan, wasn't it?
Duncan, wasn't it?
And
Duncan was our 6th.
Hey Lee, could you have hit harder? I really wanted Tamra to be really hurt.
I don't think I could.
Oh, not with that attitude.
Just give it a shot.
Go around, everybody. That was
We're
a
all
good
still on
game,
the same
and I'm
team.
glad that you're all getting engaged and all kinds of pleasantries. I wish you maybe extend some of those towards Tamara, but I understand if you have your own personal biases. However, based on the time, it looks like we have about 15 minutes until we're going to have to get back on the bus and go, so seems like a good time for everyone to take a break. Beach City is a city that encompasses the spirit of the beach. There is so much beach within this city that it does not require a beach. Why, in fact, just look at its residents. They are beach residents. Wouldn't you look at... In fact, Tamara's from here. Aren't you, Tamara? Come over here.
Tamara like walks over beside him.
I hate the city.
I would say, look at her. She
Tamara
is. She
lives over.
practically. She practically lives and breathes the beach. You look at Tamara, and all you can think of is Beach.
I hate this beach.
Hey.
Dirt! Dirt! Don't speak those words!
This beach, Captain.
I was like, get on, come on! As the bus, as you guys get onto the bus, you're the first ones that pile onto it. The others begin to step towards it. Captain Coach Ricky Darbantonio stands over beside the door. Come on, everyone else, we gotta. What are y'all looking at? And you see, looking out the window, you guys see the other ones appear to be distracted. A couple of them holding, one of them holding the volleyball under their arm. Tamara appears to be drinking heavily from a juice box, but is looking, like, slowly up. As you guys are looking out, you see all the others appear to be, like, looking back as if they'd heard something. Looking back, you guys see this soft, rainbowish light that starts to get brighter and brighter. Single beams come out of the sky and envelop the various members of the volleyball team that are standing outside. As they do, they seem to shudder briefly, like, and they seem to tilt back, lifted slightly off the ground.
What the fuck?
The coach is just looking outside the ground like, what is this? What's going on? What's happening to the team? This is the least volleyball thing I've ever seen! He, like, rushes out to the center of them. You see similar beams of light appear to be streaking down in different parts of the city that you're not in, and it seems like selectively hitting it. You hear several bursts from the top of the bus, as it seems like these beams of light try to hit the lot of you guys as well. But the bus seems to stop them, although you can, like, you can smell, like, metal heating up and burning slightly. Oh! A lot of you. Oh, you haven't taken! Remember your survival training! In case of alien abduction, your bus is equipped with flotation. And then there's a sudden flash. Everything is gone and replaced by darkness.
Sam! Cody!
There's suddenly nothing outside the bus. You guys all feel gravity change as you guys rock suddenly as if the back of the bus was pitched down by 45 degrees.
Aww.
Guys, is everybody okay? Lee?
Sound shame.
Sam? Selena?
Yeah.
Cody?
Sam! Sammy!
Sam was a pinnacle of our community.
Okay.
You start to hear voices outside that you recognize to be your teammates, but they don't seem like themselves. You hear a lot of, "No! Take us with you, please! Why were we left?" Fuck. Then you hear a stomp.
Dude.
And you hear a stomp on the top of the bus as if something jumped on top of it. You hear heavy footsteps on top of the bus. All right, newcomers. You know what happened, right?
Why do I have the instinct?
My name is Rickard, and you guys are gonna do some looting for me, or you're never gonna get into that castle, understand? So get to it. There's shit to grab.
What's happening?
Don't do what I tell you, and the Beach Emperor's never gonna let you in. Anyone left in there?
No!
There's some dents on the top of this thing. Some of you didn't get hit by the light. You wanna come out? Or you want me to come take you out?
Hold on! Don't do anything rash out there!
As you exit, you see several of what look like you guys would recognize as, the least convincing of Orla's automatons. The kind that attacked you guys when you were in the inn. Your previous volleyball teammates appear to be standing around. Hey, Tamara, stop having 5 damage.
No, give her more.
They are gathered around. They appear to have
more
they appear to have picked up small boxes, and they seem to be putting things in their duffel bags, like bits of metal and such. I see the light didn't touch all of you. Comes from a voice standing on top of the upturned bus. There's a man with a open shirt. He appears to be carrying an oar that he has behind both of his arms, like along his shoulders on his back. He's looking down at the lot of you. I don't know how you managed to avoid it. That was the end of my thought.
Oh, well, you seem like you were gonna talk a little further.
Yeah.
I feel like
What happened
What's
here?
going on? So,
What happened? Then you weren't even touched by the light at all, were you?
I saw the light.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah. He, like, gets a big Grimjow-esque smile. That's a real bad thing. We got no time around here for people that don't want to ingratiate themselves with the Beach Emperor. Oh, you find that funny, do you? You're laughing at the Beach Emperor! Lord of the Beach Island! Is something about that funny to you?
Yeah.
Beach soldiers, show
Let's
them
not be
how...
hasty.
Beach soldiers, show them how serious the servants of the Beach Emperor can be. Oh, and you, if any of you want to get into the castle, why don't you go ahead and show them what for, too? Cool. We're in combat. As they all begin to charge, you feel a tingle from the back of your hand, and a beam of light shoots down from the sky in the shape of a volleyball.
Yes!
In the shape of a volleyball!
Oh my god.
No fucking way.
Rising like the Terminator between you.
Yo, right.
Sand gets kicked up as Beach Archer rises up from the
Oh,
superhero
thank
landing.
God you're
You just hear
here.
from record, a beach servant? That makes you a coach! That's impossible!
That's right, motherfucker.
Gotcha.
Lancer!
Lancer?
What the hell are you
Lancer,
doing
you're
here?
so
Not that we're
fucking
upset.
ripped.
Yeah,
What's
just
Lancer doing here?
In the weirdest amount of trouble.
well, as team captain, I say
Also,
you
it's
go over there
Archer.
and kick that guy's ass.
Archer.
Aaron, we need to make out.
So
we need to have a
then,
collection of archers. Okay.
the final player takes the beach stage. This won't change a thing, Beach Archer.
Are you kidding me?
Looks like you're up first, Beach Archer.
Anytime. Beach assassin. Anytime.
Dodgeballs going at the guy on the bus.
You're firing dodgeballs?
Yep.
That's amazing. Oh, shit!
Oh my god! We're not gonna
Killed him!
We're not gonna be doing critical tables. He reaches out and he conjures up a dodgeball in his hand and hurls it towards him. Throwing it at him, it strikes him and lifts him up off the bus, knocking him off the other side. You just hear him go, "Ugh! So this is the power of a beach servant!" And he flies backwards. As he gets knocked back, it bounces up. You leap into the air and grab it and wind it back, which is when he's like, "This is the power of a beach servant." He drives the dodgeball into him. It smashes him into the ground. You still hear him coughing from underneath, but he is in pain. You hear, coming from up atop one of the high-rise buildings that are submerged in sand around you, you hear a voice just yelling out, "You're going to need to arm yourselves! This is a beach battle unlike anything you've ever seen!" And just a dodgeball flies out of nowhere, hits the luggage compartment on the bus, and coming from tumbling out of it, a random assortment of weapons. One moment.
I feel like our archer boy has the big boy. So I'm probably gonna try to get rid of some small boys.
I mean, none of these guys look small.
Don't worry about it.
Also, half of them are our friends.
Are they really our friends? Where's Tamra at?
Way the fuck over here.
Damn.
Take her down.
No one has to know.
No one has to know.
Friendly fire's a thing, man.
Yeah, man.
You do 3 damage to it.
Yeah, bam.
And I don't have extra attack anymore, so that's my turn.
The beach, the grand equalizer. There
Well,
are
I feel like we used to be a lot more badass.
What is the meaning of strength on the beach? Is it your ability to do violence or your capacity for good times?
Why not both?
You hear the sound of a whistle blowing, Ian, and just appearing in front of you, someone takes the attack for you.
Oh, girl!
Beat Saber!
Appearing in front of you, taking that attack with their hands, trying to stop it. Who you recognize to be Tomoe appears in front of you. As this happens, as they use a skill of theirs to appear to and defend anybody who is on a beach, you become aware. There's just on the skill on the screen in big gold letters, the skill name Lifeguard B rank appears.
Oh my god.
She grinds one of her heels. If all of you haven't been touched by the light, we're gonna need your help, so stay alive! As she turns towards the lot of you, having just defended Ian, her hair sways in the wind, and you just see her be like, "I'll stay with you. Just let me talk to you afterwards." And she, like, winks at the lot of you, and as she does, Charisma C appears over her head. Enjoy some temporary hit points, everybody. Everybody gains 12 temporary hit points that disappear at the end of this
half of my health.
It's the job of a lifeguard to protect any on a beach who don't start fights.
Tamra's gonna go.
Tamra, you bitch.
Tamra die?
Tamra, think about all the good times we had without you.
And then how many more we could have once you're gone.
Tamra's going to come down to here. She's going to take a camera out from her bag and aim it towards all of you.
I never liked you, Tamra. I tried to be nice to you, but you know what? I never fucking liked you. You bad fashion and your breasts. I say using cutting words.
Captain, please calm down.
She flashes the camera at you guys. Con save from everybody.
I'm posing.
That's even worse!
Almost all of you. The camera flash blinds you guys.
Just be like, maybe the Beach Emperor would like to frame this as proof of my service.
Never liked you, Tamra.
All right.
Samuel
L. Samuel's going
Sammy,
to
please.
gonna rush up.
Sammy.
Rushes up.
Sammy, think about the good times.
He just rushes up, brings one arm up. I will get into that citadel. Rolls, hits, strikes you for 2 bludgeoning damage. Yes.
Is that Sam? You know what? You know what? Your spike was weak.
As you say that, his fist connecting with your face, as you say that, a single tear escapes his eye.
Oh, no!
Rickard is going to stand up. He's going to, with his oar in one hand, looks up towards Sand Archer. On the beach, there's no clear winner to any contest. We're all laid bare here. He's going to rush towards you. Even a lowly beach thug like me can take on a beach servant! He strikes you. He has a look on his face briefly of defeat, and then he just curls into a desperate smile. No! I will earn my place in the Citadel! And he is going to action surge and strike you again. As he strikes down on you, this normal human strength causes the bus to buckle slightly in the sand. Sand Soldier 1 is going to climb up on top of the bus and is going to rush towards you as well, going for an attack, probably gonna miss, misses. Why do you have no initiative, Isla? Aren't you near the top?
Why am I on the combat tracker twice, Logan?
Weird!
Your Emperor's castle is one of sand.
Oh!
That is accurate!
Yep.
He legitimately says that, it's made of sand. He's like, that is correct! And
Correct.
He hits! He swings at you as you leave. Still hasn't broken through Yeah, right, you're resisting damage because he's not doing fate damage to you. I should have renamed the fate damage type to beach damage for this.
Beach damage!
He'll then jump to that side, and I'm afraid I won't let you hurt my team captain.
Yes. Is your muffin buttered? Would you like us to assign someone to butter your muffin?
No.
That's also a hit. Bye, Tamra.
Do we kill Tamra, or?
Yes.
So he throws the dodgeball, and as it strikes each person, it bounces from one to the next.
That's what I thought too.
Like pinball.
His ability to hit everybody within melee range, it is a melee attack, but he's throwing it at someone within 5 feet, and it is just pinballing around, striking all of them. How do you want to do this with Tamra? It's not the last enemy, but I feel like she deserves a how do you want to do this?
As the ball comes around for the final circle of pinballing, as it were, it strikes the camera, knocking it up into her head and dropping, and the last thing it does is flash a picture of her slowly falling back unconscious.
As it hits her, she's
Okay, so she is unconscious.
She slowly falls back, and the last thing you hear is just, all I wanted was to reach Daytona. And she explodes into sparkles.
What the?
You hear an R2-D2-esque sound escape it. Unarmed strike, going for another attack on Mal.
We gotta take you down. If we get inside the Citadel, we'll be happier than we could possibly imagine. You don't mind being beaten to a pulp, right?
Cody, for the last time, me and Lee aren't going out.
Like I believe that.
I see the way she looks at you, man.
I've seen the way they all look at you. It's the same way I look at... Die!
Oh no!
Cody, no! It's because of my fluffy hair. I'm sorry.
That hits.
That's a hit. Boof.
Oh, bye.
Yeah.
Second one's going at Cody.
You throw it, it baps between the two of them. he gets hit, his head gets knocked to the side, almost as if it got cracked. He's like, I will never stop dreaming of the Citadel.
Then dream forever.
The beach tragedy. Alright, and that hits Cody. Take this, Cody. As he goes to punch you, a dodgeball just slams into him and drives him into the ground. A crater.
So Archer heard Cody say that he could potentially have feelings for me and had to take out the competition. I hear.
He is gone.
Sure.
Sparkle in peace, you beautiful.
Cody!
Yay!
It's the most excited I've ever seen you, David.
Right?
Of course, Tamara's dead.
They're
So,
going to a
came
better
true.
beach.
We're free now.
I thought you guys were a dream.
Beach, beach. Come
I
on, beach.
appreciate the compliment, but we're quite real.
Very. Even if I hadn't been summoned as a servant, every beach needs somebody like me.
That they do.
How did the lot of you avoid getting hit by the light?
We were in the bus.
Of course.
Points to the top of the bus.
I see. The bus protected you.
She puts her hand on it.
You've done well.
Bus driver just still in the front seat, just looking confused.
Looks over towards Beach Archer.
I suppose then you must be here for the beach grail. You would have just been summoned, right?
Yes.
What?
Well, I'm afraid to tell you that, unfortunately, this war has become anything but a normal beach war.
Which we're all familiar with, of course.
I'm looking at Ian.
Happens as combat seems to be over. She apparently deems that she no longer needs the armor that is that shirt, and it disappears a la Saber's armor in the main series.
Excellent.
Good choice.
Perfect.
But you need the gloves.
Of course,
The gloves are so good.
they're for beaten people. Unfortunately, if you want to pursue the beach grail, things are going to be a little bit complicated for you.
Things have a tendency to complicate themselves around me. That's nothing new.
What is this beach grail?
Well, it's a holy grail. You've all fought in one war already, so you're already familiar with the general gist of things. 7 servants, 7 beach servants, are summoned by the beach grail to compete over it, and whoever wins gets whatever beach wish they want.
What about our volleyball tournament?
Yeah, what about the big game?
We don't have time to fight a war.
Ah, you were on your way to a volleyball match. That explains why you were drawn here. You see, this beach world has a supernatural affinity with games like that. They take on extra power here.
They operate as though rituals, if I remember right.
Indeed. To play dodgeball, volleyball, or anything else you do at a beach here holds magical power and binding rules.
It's okay, David. You've already won one of these before. We can get this done.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come with me.
And walks over towards a clearing.
If it's a tree, we might as well see it through.
The place that you have been drawn into is, it's easy to define as sort of a giant reality marble, effectively. One meant to gather beaches and those that are on them from all across time and space. Why, we don't exactly know. I'm part of a group...
Captain!
What?
Capitan!
We can't do this without you, Captain.
Oh gosh.
I'll go get her.
No, I'm not gonna. I've decided I'm not gonna stop him.
That's where the Beach Emperor is, the person that they were talking about before. They're holed up in their downtime Phantasm. That's what noble phantasms are here, by the way. Which is what this entire place is. We don't know what it's actually called, but we've come to call it the Sandcastle Phantasm.
Alright, real
So this
credits.
beach emperor is like Lancer? Archer?
They're a servant, as far as we know. Whenever they were summoned, whoever it was that was summoned had a supernatural affinity for this beach realm, and they took control of the Beach Grail immediately. They made a new class for themselves, and they built this place. They're far more powerful than a beach servant should be by nature.
She grips her hand tightly as if it's a huge tragedy.
Oh,
An aberrant beach
such a
servant.
damn shame.
They're gathering together people, beachgoers. We're not sure why. Some people get left behind and some people don't. They've already conquered most of the beach servants in this beach war, to our knowledge.
How many are left?
Myself, although I've lost my coach. Unfortunately, he was taken by the Beach Emperor, brainwashed. I'm the only one working with the lifeguards, which is a group of people who have decided to fight back. Beyond me, I don't know many of the other servants, but I know that the Berserker, Lancer, and Rider servants at least have already been either killed or have been taken control of. We don't have a lot of information, but we understand that the 3 of them were engaged in a battle and the Beach Emperor showed and defeated them all single-handedly.
So then, what are we supposed to do? It doesn't sound like we stand a chance.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't have got out of something like that unscathed, right?
They've been holed up ever since. Well, it's not a matter of if you can do anything. Those who watch over the beach protectively must act, not think. If you consider the consequences, people might die. So the lifeguards have decided that even if it's not worth trying, we're going to keep on fighting. That includes me. And as long as you still have your minds, the only way for you to get out of here is to help as well. Here. Those that don't get accepted into the Citadel, into the Daytona Citadel, which is the center of the Sandcastle Phantasm, tend to try to pretend to make use of their time. They think that if they act impressive, then the Beach Emperor will let them in. But to date, those that were not accepted first by the light don't get to come in. The Beach Emperor has a way of instilling others with obsession with getting in there, though.
If you want to lead us there, Sorsha.
Yeah, I don't need to go by that name here. Oh. Beach Saber or Tomoe is fine. Absolutely.
Understandable, Tomoe.
Tomoe.
Of course, Beach Archer.
What do you prefer, Archer? Beach Archer? Goliath?
Call me what you want.
Okay, what you want.
All right, what you... Oh, damn it!
So, there's a map.
World map. Beach.
Loading.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Oh my god, Logan.
What's up? I don't half do things, okay?
I know.
It's true.
I'm aware.
Oh my god.
So where on this map are we?
So you're at Beach City.
Oh, we're that tiny dot there.
Beach City, bitch.
Oh my god.
Beach Archer. Just in case something happens, you should be aware that although you do have a contract with your coach currently, normally we would require mana like usual, but because of this place, the Sandcastle Phantasm, and its intense affinity with beach magic, we servants are actually able to sustain ourselves here without coaches. And it's not good for us long term, but that's what I'm doing. So if anything happens to your coach over there, then you should be pretty fine.
Oh yeah, you do. You told
I
us
did have a
about him,
coach.
Yeah, you used to. Do you need a new one?
Minamoto no Toshinaka. He was stolen from a beach back in my time. When I was alive, he was actually the man who was my husband, and he managed to summon me as a beach servant once we arrived here. But the Beach Emperor took him over to their side and broke our contract. My goal is to get him back. Although I would have followed him under most other circumstances. As a lifeguard, I can't possibly abide by what the Beach Emperor is doing.
He seems to be making things very harsh.
Indeed. What's more, it's hard to predict what they do. Their abilities are a mystery to us. As I said before, they're not a regular servant class. They were summoned as something new. What?
I wish you would have given Ian the Briargen. His things are seeming very most heinous right now.
Yes, right now.
Is there any?
Right.
Is there anything that the lot of you need to know or need to be provided with? The place that we're going to is a resort that used to be part of the Moonstone Beach.
Do they have any other water guns there?
We have some weapons we could throw around.
Surf's up, yo.
Gotta catch that
Slow
wave.
turn towards Archer. What?
What?
Ah!
It's a beach thing to say.
Yeah.
Logan, I need to know these names are fucking killing me.
What, like the map? Or just the names of everything?
Know the names of everything, and the word beach has lost all meaning. Like, oh my god.
What even is a beach?
What even is a
I
beach?
don't know.
Conceptually.
Is one of them named Laura Mycroft?
Oh my god.
You leave Laura Mycroft alone. You leave Rebecca Salt, Mary Antoinette, or Antoinettle, Laura Mycroft, and John Fuldandy, and Rick Houston.
Yeah, I'm definitely having a stroke.
Rebecca Salt.
Call the ambulance.
God.
Those are perfectly normal names. John Fuldandy walks forward. Hey, Tomoe, who are these guys? You weren't supposed to come back with anyone. You were just supposed to be scouting out and looking for signs of other beach servants.
I found some people. They're volleyball players, John. They might be able to help us.
I don't know. Just how good at volleyball are they?
Ask our captain.
Well, you know, the captain had said, the commander had said not to let anybody in. Not unless they proved that they were worth it. Not unless they proved that they could fight. Yes, but if you want to prove your strength, he just pulls a volleyball out of nowhere. I suppose the only accurate way for you to prove your worth is to engage us in a magical duel of volleyball. And as he says that, you guys hear crunching from coming around you, around you guys. Oh, what is this? Oh, not again! This wasn't supposed to happen again for another couple of days! The orb monsters. It's impossible to defeat these! Oh no! If you wanna, we gotta... They looked back. We're surrounded!
God,
Oh, and here we're going. We were going to have a game of volleyball to prove that you could get in, but then this thing interrupted us and now we can't play volleyball! Oh, nuts!
Can we...
Yeah, dude. Like, all we have are fucking dodgeballs and shit. Like, what are we gonna do?
At the beach, that's all you need!
Holy crap.
We haven't figured out how to damage these. They're stronger than even most servants can handle.
How did you usually get rid of them?
We don't! We run away!
I wanna try to see if I can knock it away like a volleyball.
Dude!
Yeah, you're in the right vein of thought. You're in the...
Bet.
That is a miss.
Goddamn, stop.
Do I have
I refuse to lose another base!
We've never stood a chance against these! Never! We can't give up against them! Pull yourself together, Rick!
And he's going to throw it over at that one. It bounces off of it harmlessly with a faint, cute squeak. After a moment of silence, it's immortal!
God damn.
Marie's gonna go for an unarmed strike against it and miss. Alright.
try to grab
Can I
it.
yell at them to try to like say to them, catch them when we throw them?
Okay, if that's what you think will work, then we'll try.
Okay.
Do you hear that, everyone? All four of them start screaming. That is stressed, but that's a yes. That's a yes.
I grabbed this boy in my hands and I'm just like, at them.
Carrie.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Izzy's being like, this is dumb. You're wrong. So I'm fucking arguing with him right now. What's up? What are you asking?
Whenever somebody
them
gets it
or-
right, they can call other people dumb.
Rebecca! And he's gonna toss it at her.
You throw it at Rebecca, she's like, I got it! And she catches it in her hand, and for a second it stays still. She's like, I think you may have figured out how to... And then it suddenly unfurls, lashing out wildly. She's like, no! Just letting go.
I'm gonna throw it at the other one.
You throw it at the other one, it hits it, bounces off. Both of them let out this watery cracking sound, but don't seem to sustain any damage. The other one is also going to, from the other side, continue going at Rebecca, who is effectively just sitting in one place, letting out a constant ah! As on either side.
Oh my god.
Rebecca, no! Beach archer.
Their weakness is related to some sort of beach activity.
Thanks, man.
It feels like it's easier to connect with, but some component of what you're doing is still missing. Something about what you're doing isn't fulfilling all of the parts of the ritual.
Oh my fucking god.
Do we need a bow, Ken?
Oh
Do
my
we need to
fucking
hit
god.
a Watermelon with a baseball bat?
God damn it!
And you guys said the Bokens were useless.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's Doctor's turn. You'll maintain grapple.
Wow! Wow!
Well, meanwhile, Rick over here is just pointing his water gun, shooting us like a steady stream of water gun water onto
Rick,
this
I'm
one.
gonna
Just
need a
going,
gun.
"Ah!" His water is just like gently coming out of the gun. Yeah, and it's just like.
Rick.
Oh,
Blindfold! Someone blindfold me!
Ew! Dude, what?
Someone blindfold me!
Not for sex things!
I was about to say,
For sand in his eyes.
I don't know what you're into.
Friggin', do I have anything on? Like, can I, like, pull my shirt over my face?
Totally.
I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take a strike at it.
1 second. Just let me go ahead and throw blinded on you.
Please die.
Roll damage.
Yeah!
You pull the shirt up over your face, bring the boken up, and take a wild swing down, and it splits in half. Its watermelon insides gushing out into the space around it.
Oh God!
I hate
That's
this
it.
place.
They might be able to end this war.
I hate all of you.
Stay on the chosen one.
Sticky and it's all over me.
Tomoe, having a concerned face, smiles triumphantly.
I'm going to pull down my hood
Mm-hmm.
to blind myself. I'm gonna try to attack this thing. I bet. Nope.
Meh.
That's a hit.
Get
I
it.
bet.
That's a great. Well,
Delicate form, but next time, actually hit it.
Don't tap it.
Cause fuck this fucking watermelon! I'm gonna fucking kill you! I'm never gonna hit this thing again!
you hit.
Oh.
Did that hit?
Yep.
Yeah. Roll the 1, do it.
Come on!
Do
Complete the
it.
cycle.
Hiya! I'm done, I'm gone! Goodbye, everybody!
John like takes the wide stance like bonk.
You
Alright.
can do this, Sean.
You just walk up like over to the other side of it, point at it. You can do this! Take it down! Just like everyone's crowded around it casually at this point. When Galliot does it, all he does is pull the visor bit down slightly more so the eye bit is covered. Unarmed strike! Dan hits!
Bonk.
Rick destroys it,
Yay!
looks at his hands. I can protect everyone now. Looks up. Huge smile, sunlight beaming on his face. Thank you so much! You've given us power that we never dreamed we'd hold! John's gonna look at that one and just be like, raise his hand to smash it, and then look at Malik and be like, no, you.
Could his help action be to spin me around like they do in the things to actually hit?
Yes, totally.
Just run
Because you're
back
supposed to be
here,
dizzy when you do it.
spin you around. Alright, you got this, man. You got this.
I'm just gonna
Destroy your
throw,
enemy.
I need someone else to just fucking smash it,
the,
making you
Here I
more.
go.
hearing John's name, heckin' Laura on the side just is like looking at you, concentrating, and just starts going, John, John, John,
Sean.
John, John, John. He starts cheering
John.
around you.
Roll
Do it.
Shut the fuck up, Gary.
I would I would like to use my combat superiority.
Oh yeah.
Well played.
Add 7 to your damage.
Yeah! Now, give me the one again. It wouldn't have. Okay.
You
real good.
strike it, it cracks open and falls into 2 perfectly even pieces. The center cut as if by a knife.
And then we all just pick up Sean and put him on our shoulders.
Hell yeah! We all pour our bottles of Powerade over it.
What a sticky, wonderful celebration.
All right. Commander, some people appeared. And I think they're people that you might have a keen interest in. Is that so? It's been a long time since I saw any familiar faces.
The chair slowly turns and you see an aged Briar with a scar going over one eye.
That's not Briar.
What?
That's Briar's brother, Briar.
Briar's brother, Briar.
Hello, old
We haven't heard
friends.
from you in years.
I'm sorry that we had to meet now, when things were truly most heinous.
Oh, it's him.
And that's where we're stopping. Welcome to Carnival fucking Sandcastle Phantasm.